The 60-second Clove method. Restore your masculine vitality naturally. Imagine if I revealed that a single aromatic spice, no larger than a grain of rice, could reignite your masculine fire and trigger powerful blood flow to where you need it most in under 60 seconds. What if this ancient remedy could bypass every expensive pill, every failed treatment, and every moment of doubt you've carried about your manhood? Right now, thousands of men over 60 are discovering this forgotten secret that's been sitting in their spice cabinet all along. And in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how this works and why it might be the missing piece you've been searching for. Before we dive deep into this life-changing discovery, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I'm about to share natural health secrets specifically designed for men like you who refuse to settle for less than they deserve. And if this message resonates with you, type yes in the comments. If not, type no so I can better serve your needs. I'm Dr. Marcus, and for over 3 decades, I've dedicated my practice to helping mature men reclaim what time and modern life have gradually eroded: their confidence, their circulation, their vitality, and most importantly, their ability to feel genuinely masculine again. Not through costly prescriptions or invasive procedures, but by reactivating what your body already knows how to do when given the proper natural support. Here's what might surprise you. The answer isn't hiding in some cutting-edge laboratory or expensive treatment center. It's a humble spice that your great-grandfathers understood and used, one that modern science now validates as extraordinarily effective. The irony? You've likely passed by it countless times in your own kitchen, completely unaware of its remarkable potential. In the coming minutes, I'll demonstrate how utilizing this single spice for just 60 seconds can dilate your blood vessels, reduce the chronic stress that's suppressing your testosterone, combat oral bacteria that restricts circulation, and enhance your sleep quality so your hormones can regenerate naturally. I'll provide you with a complete step-by-step protocol, and I guarantee that by the conclusion of this presentation, you'll understand precisely how to implement it and what transformations to anticipate in your first week, second week, and first month. The science behind the power: understanding eugenol. The foundation of this remarkable discovery rests on understanding what makes this tiny spice so extraordinarily powerful. The secret weapon lies in a natural bioactive compound concealed within each individual clove, known scientifically as eugenol. This single ingredient is the catalyst that initiates blood flow, encourages vessel relaxation, and helps your body respond the way it once did effortlessly, perhaps even more effectively than before. Let me share how this transformation occurs at the cellular level. I'll never forget when a patient looked directly into my eyes and said, "Doctor, I simply want to feel like myself again." He wasn't discussing six-pack abs or marathon running. He was talking about intimacy, confidence, inner strength, that quiet, unshakable strength a man possesses when his body still responds as it should. That conversation drove me to explore natural alternatives more deeply, and that's when I consistently returned to this one remarkable compound, eugenol. Eugenol exists in concentrated levels within whole cloves. When you chew just 1 or 2 cloves, the essential oils released contain this extraordinary substance. But eugenol doesn't merely remain in your oral cavity. It enters your bloodstream through the delicate mucous membranes almost instantaneously. What happens next is where the remarkable transformation begins. Eugenol functions as a natural vasodilator, meaning it assists your blood vessels in relaxing and expanding, particularly those narrow, resistant vessels that supply your sexual organs. After age 60, these vessels tend to become rigid and lose their natural flexibility. That's precisely why blood circulation doesn't function as it once did. Eugenol works like a gentle, natural massage for your arterial system, softly opening these pathways and enabling blood to flow freely once again. Not forced or artificial, simply a reawakening of what your body once accomplished effortlessly. What makes this even more remarkable is that eugenol stimulates natural nitric oxide production, the identical compound those expensive blue pills attempt to replicate artificially. But this isn't synthetic chemistry forcing a response. This is pure biology working in harmony with your system. And it's occurring naturally without the side effects, headaches, or energy crashes that follow artificial interventions. Many men describe experiencing a gentle warmth, a sensation of circulation returning within mere minutes. It's subtle yet powerful, working with your body's processes rather than against them. Why masculine function weakens after 60? I've counseled countless men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who enter my office with downcast eyes and lowered voices, expressing the same concern. It simply doesn't work like it used to. I consistently reassure them that this isn't a personal failure or source of shame. It's basic biology that can be addressed and reversed. As we mature, the microscopic blood vessels that support erectile function begin to narrow and stiffen considerably. They lose their natural elasticity due to decades of accumulated stress, processed food consumption, chronic inflammation, and sedentary lifestyles. The inevitable result, blood doesn't circulate as it once did, and without that essential surge of blood flow, proper erectile function simply cannot occur. But here's the crucial point most physicians never explicitly state. These changes are not permanent fixtures. They are completely reversible with the right approach. This is precisely where cloves become such a powerful ally for mature men. Remember that compound we discussed? It's not only relaxing your blood vessels. It's actively helping to restore flexibility and health to the inner walls of those vessels. Think of it as thoroughly cleaning a corroded pipe and making it smooth again. Suddenly, blood begins flowing easier, more completely, and precisely where it needs to go. Multiple patients have shared with me that after just 2 weeks of implementing this method daily, they awakened with morning erections for the first time in years. Not because of pharmaceutical intervention or some miracle cure, but because their natural circulation finally had the opportunity to function optimally again. That's the beauty of this natural approach. It doesn't force your body into an unnatural state. It simply provides permission for your system to return to its original healthy design. The 60-second Clove method, step-by-step protocol. The most effective solutions are invariably the simplest ones, and this method I'm sharing has helped numerous older patients reconnect with their authentic selves. No prescriptions, no uncomfortable medical appointments, no waiting in pharmacy lines. Just a small, intentional practice you can perform right in your own kitchen, requiring only 60 seconds of your time. Here's the exact protocol I provide to my patients. Step 1. Preparation. Take 2 to 3 whole cloves, not powdered clove, but whole dried cloves. Ideally organic, though any high-quality whole cloves will be effective. Step 2. Positioning. Place them between your molars, the back teeth where your chewing power is strongest and most controlled. Step 3. Initial activation. Slowly bite down until you feel them crack open. Here's the critical part. Don't rush this process. Allow the essential oils to coat your tongue and entire mouth. Breathe calmly through your nose and remain relaxed. Step 4. Absorption phase, first 30 seconds. For the initial 30 seconds, simply hold those broken pieces in your mouth. Let your natural saliva mix thoroughly with the released oils. You may experience a strong warming sensation. This intensity is actually a positive sign, indicating that the eugenol is being absorbed through the sensitive membranes inside your mouth and heading directly into your bloodstream. Step 5. Processing phase, final 30 seconds. Then slowly begin chewing, not forcefully, just enough to completely break down the clove pieces. Keep everything in your mouth for another 30 seconds, working the oils through your saliva. After the full minute, you can either swallow the remnants or spit them out. Both approaches are perfectly fine. What makes this method so remarkably effective is the speed of absorption. Many men report feeling the difference within minutes. Their mental clarity improves, they feel more present and grounded in their physical body. Optimal timing for maximum results. One of the most frequent questions I receive, usually after a man has tried the Clove method for the first time and experienced that unmistakable warming sensation, is when should I use this technique to achieve the best results? The truth is, timing can make all the difference between good results and extraordinary ones. Like tuning a fine instrument, you want everything working in perfect harmony: your hormones, your nervous system, your circulation. Evening protocol. For many of my patients, evening represents the golden hour. About 1 hour before bedtime, when the day naturally winds down and the mind begins to settle, chewing cloves at this time helps relax the entire nervous system and primes your body for superior sleep quality. This isn't just about rest. Deep, restorative sleep is when your body produces the majority of its testosterone. That's your foundational hormone for masculine vitality. Nighttime use sets the stage for the following day: enhanced energy, clearer mental focus, and yes, stronger morning erections. Morning protocol. However, don't overlook morning implementation. Using this method first thing on an empty stomach helps jumpstart circulation and establishes a calm yet alert tone for your entire day. Some men prefer it before workouts or walks, while others choose it before intimate moments, 30 to 45 minutes beforehand, for that added sense of presence, connection, and natural stamina. The key principle is listening to your body's responses and maintaining absolute consistency. Daily use builds momentum over time. This isn't a one-time trick or quick fix. It's a daily investment in your long-term vitality and masculine health. Beyond circulation, how cloves combat chronic stress. I cannot count how many good men I've sat across from. Men who eat well, stay physically active, and even follow all the conventional health advice, yet still feel like something fundamental is missing. Their energy remains flat and lifeless. Their desire fluctuates unpredictably. And when it comes to intimacy, their bodies simply don't respond as they once did. That's when I ask them one crucial question: how is your stress level? The room usually becomes quiet. They sigh deeply, and then I hear the complete truth. Worries about finances, health concerns, marriage challenges, aging anxieties. It's an enormous psychological load, and most men don't realize how much this silent pressure is destroying their masculinity from within. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, a hormone designed to help you during moments of immediate danger, not to remain elevated throughout the day, every day. But in today's world, most men over 60 exist in a near constant state of internal tension and pressure. Here's the cruel biological reality: cortisol and testosterone cannot coexist at high levels simultaneously. When one hormone rises, the other inevitably crashes. This means the more stress you carry, the less testosterone your body produces, and the weaker your sexual response becomes. This is where cloves transcend being merely a circulation enhancer. They actually help regulate your stress response system. The compound beta-caryophyllene, found abundantly in cloves, binds to specific receptors in the brain that signal safety and calm. Within minutes, you may experience a noticeable release in your chest, mental clarity, and a letting go of pressure that's been accumulating for years. As cortisol levels naturally lower, testosterone can finally rise again, naturally, without force or artificial stimulation. The sleep-testosterone connection. If there's one pattern I've observed repeatedly with my older patients, it's this fundamental truth: the moment sleep quality begins deteriorating, everything else starts unraveling. You can eat perfectly, exercise religiously, and take every supplement available, but if your sleep is fragmented and poor quality, your hormones don't stand a fighting chance. Most of your testosterone production, cellular repair work, and healing occurs at night, specifically during deep, uninterrupted REM sleep cycles. But how many men over 60 actually achieve that kind of restorative rest anymore? Countless patients tell me they lie awake at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling with racing minds, or they fall asleep quickly but wake multiple times throughout the night, never feeling truly rested. Then they wonder why their energy is perpetually low, why desire feels like a distant memory, or why they simply can't get motivated the way they used to. The answer, more often than not, is compromised sleep quality. Cloves serve not just as a circulatory aid, but as a powerful ally for nervous system regulation. The compounds in cloves, especially eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, don't just relax blood vessels, they also calm the specific brain regions that regulate your sleep cycles. When chewed in the evening, approximately 1 hour before bed, cloves help ease you into deeper, more stable sleep patterns. Many men report they begin dreaming again for the first time in years. They wake up with greater clarity, more energy, and more frequently with stronger morning erections. That's not coincidence. That's testosterone doing its natural job again. The hidden connection: oral health and erectile function. This might sound unusual initially, but I've witnessed this connection too many times to ignore. A man enters my office complaining of low energy, weak erections, and no clear medical explanation. His blood pressure appears normal, his laboratory results look decent, but then I ask one simple question: how is your dental health? That's when the complete truth emerges. Bleeding gums, receding gum lines, persistent bad breath that won't resolve. Most men never imagine that what's occurring in their mouth could be directly affecting what's happening in their bedroom. But the scientific evidence is absolutely clear. Everything is interconnected. Your mouth serves as a direct gateway to your circulatory system. When you have gum disease, whether you notice symptoms or not, harmful bacteria from your mouth enter your bloodstream. They travel throughout your body, creating silent inflammation that damages the precise blood vessels responsible for erectile function. It's like attempting to run water through a hose filled with debris. The pressure might be present, but nothing flows through cleanly and efficiently. Research studies have demonstrated that men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not coincidence. That's biological cause and effect. Cloves become more than just a helpful spice in this context. They function as a daily detoxification system. Clove oil ranks among nature's most potent natural antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, those antibacterial compounds begin working immediately, neutralizing harmful bacteria in your mouth before they can ever reach your bloodstream. It's remarkably fast and effective, and you can actually feel it working, sometimes with just a single chewing session. What to expect? Your 30-day transformation timeline. One of the most encouraging aspects of working with mature men is witnessing their expressions and demeanor change over time. I'll never forget one gentleman in his late 60s who came to me exhausted, skeptical, and embarrassed about what he'd lost. We began the Clove method together, and I asked him to remain consistent for just 1 month. Week 1, the foundation. After 1 week, he called and said, "Doctor, something is definitely happening. I feel more awake in the mornings, more alert throughout the day." That was just the beginning of his transformation. In the first 7 days, most men notice subtle but meaningful shifts. A warming sensation throughout the body, clearer mental focus, slightly deeper sleep quality, and increased motivation to move or take walks. It's not dramatic initially, but it's definitely present, signaling that your body is beginning to respond positively. Week 2, building momentum. By day 14, improvements often accelerate significantly. Energy levels increase noticeably. Mornings feel completely different, more alert, more optimistic. Sometimes men experience the return of something they haven't felt in years: spontaneous morning erections. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's circulation coming back online and testosterone beginning to communicate with your system again. Week 3-4, full integration. By day 30, many men tell me they feel like an entirely different person. Not only do their erections return with greater consistency and strength, but their confidence undergoes a fundamental shift. They carry themselves differently, with more presence and self-assurance. Their wives or partners notice the change immediately. Even if full intimacy hasn't completely resumed yet, the emotional connection and physical presence starts rebuilding naturally. And that's the real objective: to feel like your authentic self again, to inhabit a body that feels alive, responsive, and vital rather than stalled or shut down. Reclaiming your masculine strength. I've spent over 3 decades sitting with men exactly like you, men who quietly carry the weight of diminishing energy, lost confidence, and the fear that their best days might be behind them. But I promise you this with complete certainty: they're not. This one simple daily habit, chewing a few whole cloves for 60 seconds, can accomplish far more than just improving blood circulation. It calms your nervous system, restores deep sleep patterns, reignites natural testosterone production, and even cleanses your mouth to protect both your cardiovascular health and your masculine function. I've personally witnessed it awaken circulation, bring back genuine desire, and most importantly, bring men back to their authentic selves. If you've read this far, your body is already asking for positive change, and now you know exactly what to provide it. The decision rests entirely with you. Continue hoping for some external miracle, or start building your own transformation with your own hands and commitment. You don't need to be perfect from day one. You simply need to begin tonight and allow your natural strength to return, one day at a time. Your journey back to vitality starts with a single clove and 60 seconds of your time. Take that first step tonight and share your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with any man who deserves to feel strong and confident again.